Howdy gamers, OGB back again with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to solo all of Molten Core and farm out your legendary weapons as a Retribution Paladin. Now before we go inside, there are two things that you're going to want to bring with you for this. They're not totally necessary, but they will make your life a lot easier, and those things are mana potions and restorative potions. You can grab both of them off of the auction house, and I highly recommend it. We'll get into why in just a little bit. Okay, here we are at the entrance, and the first thing I'm going to show you is how to properly get past these trash mobs at the start. All you have to do is run past the edge of the wall here, and then you're going to go kind of into the giant and jump back towards the wall. That's going to cause you to get caught on this lip on the wall here, where the monsters can't get to you, and you'll just wait for them to drop combat, and then make your merry way into Molten Core. Okay, so combat's dropped. Now I'm going to jump down over here and start killing some of these core hounds because they're basically the only thing that's in this place that actually has a real aggro radius. So you'll probably have to fight a few of them and not much of anything else. That said, I'm going to fast forward through most of the trash, and I'll pause it and explain the important parts of any of the bosses that we go after here. Once you reach Lucifron's room, you're going to see all these little packs of core hounds, and there's not much to them. You just need to make sure you put on Seal of Command before you go in and start attacking, and try to spread your damage out a little bit so that you don't kill one of them really early and end up resetting the pack and taking forever to kill it, because that's the mechanic on these. They have to all die at the same time. You're going to want to have at least this first pack killed before you go and pull Lucifron. The main thing to know about Lucifron is that he does a curse, which causes your abilities to cost twice the amount of mana that they normally would, which is why the restorative potion is so good for this fight, because it gives you a buff that lasts for 30 seconds that dispels curses once every 5 seconds. So if you really want to, you can actually pre-pot it and then use it again during the fight to remove the curse again. And then at the end, you can always just bubble it off as long as you still have your bubble cooldown up. But it's really not that big of a deal. As you can see, I'm not even going to use the resto pot here. I'm just going to go in and raw dog it and kill the boss. However, the resto pot does make it way easier. The best piece of advice I can give for every single boss in here is just keep Sacred Shield on yourself at all times during the boss fight, and manage your mana so that you can always keep Sacred Shield up. It's going to mitigate a ton of damage, and in some cases just make you nearly invincible to some of the bosses. Once you get over to Magmadar, there's really not much to do with him other than just pull him close to the wall so that he can't fear you into any of these nearby packs of core hounds. And then he's going to spit fire on the floor, move out of it, and just keep hitting him until he's dead. Easy boss. In order to kill Gehennis, we are again going to use a Resto Pot because he does a curse. This one's a little bit more dangerous. It reduces all of your healing by 75%. And he also does an AoE Rain of Fire effect on top of himself, or on top of you. So you're going to have to move him around to get out of that, which means clearing some of the trash is a pretty good idea. These guys are also stacking Sunders on me, so this is really one of the more dangerous boss fights in here, and one of the ones where you're more likely to wipe and have to run back. Here we are at Gar, the first boss that can drop one of the blessed bindings of the Windseeker needed to make Thunderfury the legendary sword. He's actually very easy. All you have to do is put on Seal of Light and then pull him and his adds while the core hounds are not right next to them. Get against the wall because the adds explode, and then start killing adds. DPS all the adds down with Seal of Light on, and once they're all dead, switch on over to Gar, put on Seal of Vengeance, and DPS him down. Very easy. One thing you want to do before you kill Baron is you want to make sure you kill the patrolling ad that's coming through here, just so you don't get him while you're doing the fight. It's probably not going to be a big deal, but you really don't want to have complications when you're doing these boss fights. So how we kill Baron is we just aggro him and then pull him back down the cave to a spot where he can't explode us way up into the air. So we'll use this little nook here and just cram ourselves into it so we can't get exploded. You need to also make sure that you are dispelling yourself when he puts the Ignite mana debuff on you so that he doesn't burn all your mana away. Other than that, just keep hitting the boss till he's dead and heal yourself if you need to heal. The next boss is Shazara. He's relatively easy. He puts a debuff on you that'll increase your magic damage taken by 100%, which doesn't really matter for this fight, but it's a 5-minute debuff, so you're going to want to get it off of you afterwards by using another Resto Pot. And that's about all there is to say about him. Golemag is going to be another boss where you'll want to use Seal of Light. Him and his adds actually do a good bit of damage and have some nasty stacking debuffs. So our main goal is really to get him down to about 50% just with Seal of Light. That's kind of our DPS check for this, is you want to get him to 50% before you use your bubble in order to clear the debuffs. Next boss is the Sulfuras Harbinger, which really is just a glorified trash pack. Turn on Seal of Command and start killing the priests. At first it might seem like they're healing through your damage, but once your cleave starts to take effect, they'll all die. Just keep on cleaving on. The second to last boss is Majordomo Executus and his bunch of goons here. Similar to before, target the healer, turn on Seal of Command, and keep on cleaving on, and they'll all fall over. Okay, here we are, finally at Ragnaros. We're gonna summon him up and kill him. He's actually not that dangerous, and the main thing that you have to watch out for is just getting knocked into the air at low health. So keep yourself topped off and it's basically a non-issue. He does get kind of annoying sometimes if he starts blasting you all over the room, and the main thing that's going to affect is your kill time. So sometimes you'll be able to kill him before he submerges, sometimes he will submerge and you will actually have to fight his little minions, which are pretty easy to kill. Just make sure that you have plenty of mana before you engage them, or you use Seal of Wisdom, because if you're really low, they can actually mana drain you to 0, and then it becomes a problem killing them. But other than that, just make sure that you're at full life and don't die to fall damage. Also, use your parachute cloak, use your bubble, use your other cooldowns, and just don't die. Altogether, this run took me just under an hour, and I made about 350 or 400 gold from doing the run, just from looting stuff, so really not the worst waste of time ever. That's pretty much it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this guide, and I wish you luck if you're out there farming Molten Core trying to get your legendary weapons.